do not like for me to get a penny. Okay? Like, it adds up if tons, hundreds and thousands of people are doing it, right? But if you're like, I hate this platform, I'm gonna watch it because Mug says it, don't do that, you know? If you, like, really prefer one over the other, please just watch it on whichever one that you like. Let's see. Well then, let's see what the ringleader has to say. You shall perish in the cold void. Your heart shall beat its last under the light of uncaring stars. Your lungs shall become trees of ice within your chest. You will never receive the grace of the many-armed emperor. The old man calls curse after curse down upon you with spiteful satisfaction. Nudge one of his wounds with the toe of your boot. The man doubles over, but it is not pain or fear, but burning hatred that contorts his face. Go on, torture me. I'll endure it all. My time may be up, but you are all doomed. I will gladly spit the words of truth in your face, and they will burn you like acid. In death, I will ascend to the hosts of pure voices, and I will await the day when you will pay for the shed blood of his children. It was you I saw in that vision. Are you the leader of this spawn? The mutant erupts in wet, slurping laughter. I am the herder of the pure. The many-armed emperor has blessed my mind with the ability to behold him, and I guided his children until you came and slaughtered us, heretic. Their loathsome tribe has spawned a sorcerer. Sourback grimaces in disgust, no doubt to help them brainwash more victims and swell the cult's ranks. Psychic ability, human-like appearance, high status within the cult. I believe we are looking at a so-called Magus, a psychically gifted gene-stealer cultist. The cult's elite. A Magus specialty is recruitment and subjugation. Why did you make your lair here in the crypt? None wander in here. We were free to offer our prayers without fear of discovery, and the sight of dead heretics was pleasing. Trampling your bones was a righteous act. That is why I ordered the pure to sunder the walls of your bone vault to make this place a sanctuary for the congregation. You glance at the gaping hole in the adamantine bulkhead, I guess right there. It is almost unbelievable that the mutants were able to make a hole like that. They would have required truly powerful industrial equipment, and not the kind that can be easily assembled or stolen. Who is the many-armed emperor? The true god who comes through the void to us, his devout children. The universe is an abyss of horrors, and only he can save us. But not you, vile heretics. You are all doomed. What are you? Are you mutants or Xenos? His face becomes a gloating grimace. We are the pure. We are the congregation, children of the many-armed emperor, the genetic perfection of existence. You will never understand. You are of inferior flesh. Your genes are woven from feebleness and misery. We are the new curve of the spiral. We are one, and thus we are strong. Pascal's visor flashes scarlet, growing brighter with every word. This statement is false. Only the true flesh is perfect, which is metal. You are a scrap of ignorant meat, and this vaunted genetic perfection, which you are not, will be ground into nothing by the cogs of the Omnissiah. The old man shrinks and hisses as his face is bathed in the red light of the visor, itself framed by the shadows of writhing mechadendrites. That sounds horrifying. Nino says, hey Mug, for embedding your stream on your website with volume turned on, you should get cancer. Wait, what? The volume isn't turned on. But, nice to meet you too. That's the first thing you've ever said in my chat. Also, there's an X on it. You can just close it. Let's see. Both are okay. I will stick to whatever I click first then, thanks. You're quite welcome. Guild Wars 2 stream today, right? Yeah, this evening. So my time, at 3 p.m. Eastern time, they are going to be showcasing the new, elite specs, 3 of the new elite specializations. And then that's not going to be when I'm live. So during the evening stream tonight, we'll watch it on a higher speed, and I'll be doing that. The dev stream, yeah. If you just want to watch it live, I think it's in like 4.5 hours. Yeah. Hang on, this guy's just trolling. I'm just going to ban him. Okay. Are there more of you freaks on board? Where did you even come from? 40 years ago, the profaner Theodora, the false sovereign, stopped at the trade outpost Heriok's Rim to replenish her crew. The outpost had long served as a bastion of the pure. My brethren and I were chosen to embark on her ship and prepare it for the coming of the many-armed emperor. This uprising against your godless dominion has been many years in the making. You notice that the crypt looks surprisingly undefiled, even after all these years. The heretics could have turned it into an inconceivable nightmare, yet the signs of corruption are few and localized here. Heriok's Rim. That cesspool of abomination must be burned. Who knows how many ships they've infected over the decades. Oh, there's only one option now. I've had enough. Hang this carrion. The man's face twists in rage and his milky eyes bulge. He hisses, "The many-armed emperor cometh. The true god shall avenge us, and when he does, I will laugh." His string of doomsayings is silenced by a kick from the master-at-arms. They're hanging him. This is yeah, they're sarcastic. Okay, they're just right here in this room with all of our. Why are they doing this here? This is where our like venerated dead are. Seems odd to do this here. Theodora's statue towers over the broken urn. Her gaze is confident and bold, as if she is challenging those who died. Those who dared disturb the rogue trader's rest. Biodagger, one-hand melee weapon, light. Each strike with this dagger increases its damage by 1 until the end of combat. Oh my god, that's so good. And what is this? Blood Burner, 13 to 20 damage. Exotic one-hand range weapon. Every hit from this pistol increases the level of damage over time. Effects suffered by the target by 5. Does not stack. I really wish Cabela could use daggers with her skill set. But as far as I can tell, it has to be these special blades. Because when I tried using these, she couldn't use her skills. The hole in the wall seems to grin like broken teeth, as if mocking the dynasty's ancestors. It would be impossible to make a hole like that without industrial tools. Genetic aberration has sullied this temple of memory. I will conduct a vigil in the crypt to ensure that all corruption is expelled and the Emperor's light shines in his halls once more. Some loot. So, the question now is, how do they get industrial tools? Still wondering if the fire guys were helping them out. The defilers dumped the remains on the floor, then connected a water pump to turn the sarcophagus into a cistern.
My nerves are frayed.
The sarcophagus belongs to the first rogue trader of House von Valancius. Merciless Times has erased their name from the stone. The monument was shattered to give the defenders a better field of fire.
What lies beyond?
The sarcophagus has been turned into a container. Supplies, ammunition, and bandages lie in an unceremonious pile on top of the bones. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna go right into another fight after this.
Of the Imperium's ignorance.
So let's go ahead and do this level up now.
Genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
Let's do initiative. Probably carouse. Alright, and Cass. Let's do persuasion. Okay, Cabela. Toughness. Choose a skill. See, Demolition. Pascal. Weapon skill. Probably tech use. Alright, Heinrichs. See, agility, so his turns come faster. And J. Let's see, her main skills are already really high up there. I guess toughness. Let's see, persuasion, Armpurium. Yeah, she's got insanely high in all of these. Guess Lore Imperium. Okay. And tap quick save. Let's see. That's Confessor. How does Jocasta? Okay. Alright. Let's go back to the bridge and see if there's any dialogue after that. This is still kind of open-ended. The fact that we don't know how they got industrial tools to get in here signifies that they got help from somebody else, and we don't know yet who that is. That guy got cooked? Yeah, he did. I'm just surprised they strung him up in that most holy site. You know, I figured like they would have done that somewhere else. Let's see. Wait, didn't this say 27 earlier? Commerce divided by 5. Oh, so that's probably going to be her. If this has dogmatic, adherent, or above. What is she? She is not dogmatic. So for her is plus 27 persuasion. Putting it at 132. Cass is, so that puts it above Cass. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at the quest journal. The mutants are hiding at an ill-reputed trading outpost. Okay, so that's like go to another location now. Okay. Alright. Let's see, there's Heinrichs. High-Fact Totem. How long till the stream for the elite specs? Like 4 hours. Let's talk to him. Want to do some trading. Navy. Get that shield. Need more profit factor. Acid Spitter. At the start of their turn, targets immobilized by this Weber suffer 10 toxic damage and +1 stack of melting. Both effects last to the end of combat. Staff of Endless Flame. Wielder of this staff gains Inferno ability. The ability is available in its Heroic Act and Desperate Measures version. 66 profit factor, holy crap. I did break my deal with them, so maybe that's why. Alright, I can take these. Drusians. Alright. Not much I can do there until I get more profit factor. Okay. Alright, back to the mount. Alright, so we had finished on Kiava Gamma when all that went down. So let's go back to the warp thing. Alright, and let's jump here. Kibella's voice pulls you from going through a stack of reports. Daman Mukluk, I wish to see you. Meet me in the sacred crypt, where we destroyed the minions of heresy. It is important. Meet you in there? You're not supposed to be able to get in there. It takes my blood to get in there. Is something wrong? There is no threat. I have been granted a revelation, and I wish to show you something. Now that the crypt has been purged, there is no place better suited. Of course. I will be there shortly. You hear genuine excitement in Kebella's voice. I will be waiting, Daman. Lord Captain, we have visitors on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. But the goth girlfriend just called me down to the crypt. I can't talk. Visitors on the bridge. What the heck? The whole church just show up? What's all this? The high factotum bows low to you. Your lordship, if I may beg for a moment of your precious attention, I am elated to notify you that a delegation of high ecclesiarchs of the Adeptus Ministorum has arrived at your vessel. The holiest of his servants have come to proclaim their veneration before the rogue traitor, faithful to his word and fearful of his wrath. Long may the Von Valancius name be praised in the annals of the Imperium. May the God Emperor protect this dynasty from peril and adversity. Noble Mukluk von Valancius, word of your righteousness and diligence in serving him has spread to the famous corners of the Coronis Expanse. It would be folly to let a paragon such as you travel among the stars without firm spiritual support. We are here to correct this egregious oversight. From this day forth, this ship will be consecrated daily and nightly by the servants of the Ecclesiarchy, given to you for toils eternal. So that his light in these halls may never fade, the Ecclesiarchy grants you a holy relic, a banner of Saint Cognatius, obtained in the conquest of the Expanse. May this gift instill trepidation and reverence in the hearts of your subjects, and the altar created to bear it become a place of prayer for your senior officers. Does your lordship wish to witness the installation of the altar and banner? It would be you would be the first to kneel before the relic and set the example of piety for the crew. I only have one option. It would be a great honor. Thought begets heresy, heresy begets retribution. To question is to doubt, ignorance is a virtue. Ignorance is a virtue. My armor is contempt, truth begets hatred. Behind the glass of the altar lies the banner of Saint Cognatius, a relic left behind by one of the Imperium's greatest, text disappeared, and most mysterious missionaries who converted more than one world to the righteous faith. Okay. Wait, oh, that's here on the bridge. What? Oh, that's, okay, that seems odd. You know, we've had, like, firefights on the bridge before. Multiple times. Okay, hold on. Alright, we gotta go meet Goth Girlfriend in the crypt. Because date night for her is hanging out with a bunch of bones. Crypt. There we go. Exciting day. Yeah, Smooth, what's up? Cabela bows her head in a short greeting. Her eyes practically glow with anticipation. Within these walls, under the spectral watch of the dead, in the land that our deeds have cleansed of pestilence, I wish to take you on a journey. The ritual of finding light. What? She slowly brings a hand to your face and touches the corner of your eye. Sight is your ally and your foe. For it exists only to perceive deeds and be oblivious to intentions. I will teach you to see without eyes, Daman, as I was taught once. Will you permit me to sew your eyes shut and guide you through the ritual along a thread unseen? Sew my eyes shut? What, forever? No, Daman. My stitches will be precise and my hand careful. Once you have passed the ritual, I will unseal your eyes and no harm will have come to you. Why should I go on this journey? She pauses before answering. She moves her hand down, cautiously touching your chest. There is much between us that I have yet to understand. Decks and bulkheads separate us, but greater still is the spiritual distance. You have entered my labyrinth, and I have been to your world, but there is still so much more that we must learn about each other. I am inviting you to walk my paths so that you may see into me and I into you. This is the, Dude, I thought she was gonna throw me her, I thought she was gonna show me her energy crystal collection or something. I didn't think she was gonna sew my eyes shut. Alright. I'm ready! In the gloom of the crypt, the needle in Cabela's hands could be mistaken for the flash of one of her blades. Close your eyes, Daman, and humble your breathing in a silent prayer to the Undying One. You've already seen her labyrinth? It was a literal labyrinth. Like a maze. Ow. Ma'am, you stabbed my... all that blood? Okay, so there's her labyrinth again. Your eyelids hurt after having been punctured and stitched together with thread. The sensation muddles your thoughts and evokes an eerie dread from the depths of your heart. You are blind. Not a single ray of light can creep into your world, and your only awareness about your immediate surroundings is based on subtle noises. Through the veil of pain, you hear Cabela's quiet voice. We accept his blessings with a single purpose, to serve him in our unity stronger than any chains. Come to me, Daman. The sound of my voice will show you the way, if you can unfetter your heart. Darkness is merciless. You learn this while trying to hide from the nightmares that torment you. Wait, what? You survived a brush with warp phenomenon sometime in your distant past. Oh, that's a background option I picked at character creation. No matter how tightly you shut your eyes on those long nights, the haunting visions would not leave you alone, either in sleep or during waking hours. The moment Cabela applies the final stitch, you can feel it. The horrors are already here, lying in wait for you to make even a single misstep, and when you do, they will drown you in that merciless darkness. Toughness 92%. Focus on the pain. You focus all your attention on your physical suffering, and the pain retreats as if intimidated by your resolve. Is that how it works? You take a step and then another. Suddenly, Cabela's voice seems to multiply, as if every word were being spoken by several copies of her in unison. Along the threads that form the web, along the rays of the star whose heart turns ice into flame, along the tracks we have left for one another, we shall come together in a unity that will become our revelation. In death which grants true sight, in death for which all are fated. Your knees buckle. The anxiety that has been with you since the beginning of the ritual now clamps around your throat like a collar of steel. Interesting first date idea? Yeah. Athletics. Push through the feeling of suffocation. You muster your strength and renounce the phantom terrors. Your weakness forgotten, you follow the guiding thread that shines in your mind, the thread of Cabela's voice. All who rest in these halls do so as a reward for the deeds they performed in his name. May the end of our journey be as glorious as that of all who came before us. Cabela trails off. Eventually she adds, softly and quietly, "Take my hand. Thus shall we walk into the halls we are destined for." Take Cabela's hand and pull her. Trust me. Follow me. You feel a slight resistance, but then she lets out a trembling sigh and steps toward you, placing her hand in yours. A strange sensation comes over you, as if the two of you had found yourselves in a confined space, delirious from the lack of air and intoxicated by each other's warmth. You can see Cabela and a maze of duly flickering crimson lines beneath your feet. She exhales. It's wrong. It's all wrong. She squeezes your fingers. But I trust you. I'm coming toward you. The distance is fading away. The gloom begins to part as a razor-sharp blade cuts the stitches on your eyelids one by one. You feel gentle touches, your wounds sting a little, and at last, you can see once more. The dim light of the crypt blinds you so badly that Cabela appears as a faceless dark silhouette before you. She's a chain stealer! And once again, you have witnessed my truth, Daman. Cabela does not look at you, her gaze seems to be directed inward, or perhaps nowhere at all. Light has been found. We have passed another circle on our way to the truth at the heart of our bond. It was a difficult ritual, but we did it together. She looks at you with an elusive smile. Yes, we did. That is how the ritual of finding light is performed. Not alone, but together, by those who are bound in his light and his name. You must return from Death's halls out into the world, and please, Cabela presses a hand to your chest. All that the ritual has revealed to you, keep it in your heart. It is your treasure alone. Not what I expected when Goth Girlfriend invited me to date night at the local graveyard, but alright. Back to the map. Okay. Up here? Lord Captain, the Lex mechanics assigned to the Astropathic Chapel are reporting significant drop in communications potential. This may be a consequence of the telepathic ritual in which your lordship deigned to participate. The enforcers report the choirmaster asked for an audience with the Lord Captain and has since locked himself in the chapel, refusing to let anyone in. As brazen as the audience request may seem, I cannot shake the feeling it is a cry for help. The Master-at-Arms reports a disturbance in the Foundry Bay. A certain Nemesite, an avenging figure beloved by lower-deck rabble, shot the commandant during a routine medical supply delivery and called on the vessel's serfs to fight for a better life. The rabble immediately plundered the medical storehouse and proceeded to smash other supply stations, slaughtering officers as they went. Nemesite has escaped, and the situation on the deck is increasingly spinning out of control. The Master-at-Arms asked permission to employ the harshest possible treatment, not simply to restore order, but to avenge the dead Commandant, as well as the fallen enforcers. Discover the details of the Commandant's murder. Nemesite's reason for the attack had to do with the widow of a respected foreman. She has delayed the queue by begging to be given medicine for her afflicted children, which the Commandant refused because her request exceeded the expenditure quota. The widow persisted and was given 10 lashes on the spot. That was when Nemesite fired the fatal shot that set off a mutiny in the compartment. Learn about Nemesite. The Master-at-Arms reports that this is the 4th Nemesite to operate on the lower decks over the past few years. The previous 3 were captured by enforcers, and each openly identified themselves as Nemesite. The public executions evidently have no effect. People continue to rally around their hero as soon as one emerges, and always believe in the invulnerability of their champion. The Seneschal points out that all Nemesites act in the same fashion. Whenever the rabble is feeling oppressed, they step forward, serving as the spark that ignites the fires of sedition. They target the officers most hated by the workers for their strictness and adherence to order, with every murder bringing cheers for them, the commoners. The Voxmaster shares the rumors about Nemesite that abound on the lower decks. Some say he arises from the blood of oppressed laborers, some that he is the vessel's spirit of justice. Others still believe he is an immortal hero. Such veneration makes it very difficult to capture the Riffraff's champion. In the light of the discovery of a gene stealer cult on the ship, Heinrich von Kalox recommends paying special attention to the Nemesite story. The interrogator suspects that an escaped mutant is behind the incitement of the revolt. It is too similar to one of the tactics employed by these enemies of humanity. Request information about the Foundry Bay. It is a place of unbearable heat and poisoned air, where scrap metal is melted down into plates that are later used to repair and refit the hull. There are no critical facilities here, and the bay is fairly easy to isolate. This opens up opportunities for quelling unrest with no casualties among the enforcers. Oh my god. You can crush the unrest by shutting down life support. I said I was gonna do a dogmatic run.